Hi, I'm here to share about purpose. So I've done a series of videos at this point, and I think you're getting to know me a little bit. But if you're just hopping in the middle, my name is Erin, and I'm a person in recovery from heroin and prescription painkiller addiction. I'm in long-term recovery, been in recovery since circa 2017. And the next question was, what do I believe to be my purpose in life? I believe that I am here to be a service worker. I'm a light worker. I'm here to help others on their journey and their path to recovery, or finding the recovery, or finding the will, the motivation to enter in recovery. My purpose shifts with growth. So as I continue on my recovery path and continue healing and continue evolving, I believe my purpose shifts. So, that's the broad meaning of my purpose, or the broad description, which is to be a service worker, to be of service, to be a helper of humanity. To narrow that down a little bit, I really feel like I am here to share the story of the breakdown. So often, especially in social media, we see the end result of the hardship. We see the people in celebration. We see people living their best lives. We see people smiling and happy and ready to take on the world. But we don't see a lot is what it took to get there. So I feel like my purpose is to share the dark, or share what it was like to go through the breakdown before the breakthrough came. I know me personally, I felt like I was doing life wrong for so long, because I was going through so much, and there was so much chaos and turmoil and all this stuff going on in my life. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a hot mess. Like, why is it that as soon as I get through one thing, another thing is popping up that I have to work through, and reevaluate and figure it out and come up with an understanding. But that's what happens when you heal, when you're going through and you're willing to look and be open at what got you to where you are today. Because our present moment is the culmination of all of the decisions that we made up until that moment. The big decisions, the small decisions. We are living our life based on the choices that we've made, right? So if we want a better life, we have to learn how to make better choices, or how to align with our value system, previous video, so that we are living our best life possible and in alignment with our purpose and why we are here on this earth at this particular time. And sometimes that means going through a huge upheaval, taking your life and throwing it up in the air and watching it all come down. And in the process of that, start sifting through all the pieces that are on the ground, and I pick up what I feel is in true alignment with where I am today. Currently, I'm working on healthy relationships. What do I want out of relationships? What are my value system in relationships? And that's all relationships. That's love relationships, that's friendships, that's the relationship I have with my children, the relationship I have with my career, and most importantly, the relationship I have with myself. And I'm sure that my purpose is going to change even more as I start working on those pieces of my life. And I'm going to automatically attract people who have the same desires as me. Like, that's what my energy is going to give out, and that's who I'm going to attract in. And that's also what's going to attract in as my purpose. Just like I'm on this format here right now, this was attracted to me. This came to me because there's a piece of me that I need to share with the world about my recovery. There's a message that needs to be heard. And so it came to me. That's how I kind of define my purpose and why it's going to shift as time goes on. But I really believe that I meant to share the breakdown. Sometimes we need validation, or just need that little extra. It's okay that life gets messy. and to share what that mess looks like, because I thought I was alone in that for a really long time until I started reading and started talking to people, especially talking to people and having them share their story with me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I so feel that. I get that. I go through that too. And it was just as relieving for them to get compassion and empathy and support for me as it was for me, because I finally understood that I wasn't defective or broken, that I was just going through stuff like everybody else does in this earth. I'm being human. I'm having human experience. So I would love to be that light of hope for other people who are really going through it, that, you know, it gets better. Keep up with the work, keep working hard, remain open and willing. I think that's the biggest message that I am here to give people, is as long as you're open and you're open-hearted and you're willing, you're going to be okay. Life will be okay. Thank you.